Every day, lives are destroyed by organized crime. In communities across the globe, people face violence, exploitation, and poverty at the hands of illicit actors. Children are recruited into gangs. People are forced to work in unsafe conditions. Family members go missing. But there is hope. Courageous groups and individuals are working tirelessly to respond and create resilience to organized crime in their communities. Local people and civil society actors are the ones who can create community cohesion and call attention to injustice. And yet, by the nature of their activity, they are also increasingly vulnerable. The Resilience Fund aims to support such actors, providing the resources they urgently need at a community level. It is a grant-making mechanism designed to finance, nurture, and assist these local initiatives in their response to organized crime. From journalists publishing stories about human trafficking in Kenya to supporting vulnerable indigenous communities in Indonesia, the fund has supported actors across the globe. Over the past 3 years, we have worked with almost 150 organizations and individuals in almost 50 countries.
Those in the Resilience Fund networks will know better than me what happens in communities where organized crime flourishes. The prevailing sense of uncertainty and insecurity, the fear that people live with, the threats and the realities of violence.
There's a lot of violence as well as violent crime. Breaking-ins, beating up of people, but also even sometimes even raping people around within the communities.
The biggest challenge faced by my community here, who live near by palm oil plantation, that they're living in fear, and then they become afraid all the time to speak, because if they speak, they become discriminated by laws or and then being reported by the companies, for instance.
We have victims trafficked from neighboring countries, but we also have a huge chunk of victims who remain here in Kenya and are exploited in various forms, e.g. Sex tourism, labor exploitation, and other related crimes that really happen to victims of human trafficking.
El Fondo Resiliencia nos apoyó para adaptar la metodología Abriendo Caminos, para trabajar con la comunidad de barrios como este donde estamos hoy, para que los líderes y las personas que viven en este territorio puedan mediar conflictos antes de que escalen y se vuelvan violentos, que puedan apoyar a jóvenes que están involucrados en dinámicas de violencia para que tengan otras oportunidades de vida y que puedan cambiar las normas sociales y que las comunidades puedan mitigar el impacto del crimen organizado y de la violencia en sus territorios.
Con el Fondo Resiliencia hemos logrado en esta comunidad mejorar la calidad de vida de muchos jóvenes, muchas familias, y apoyar iniciativas en los espacios tal como este, que anteriormente servía para tirar residuos. Hoy en día es todo un jardín para que la comunidad venga a departir.
With the support of the Resilience Fund, we were able to provide financial support to the women in our program during the darkest days of the pandemic. They were able to put food on their table for their families while continuing to work from home. Their homes became safe haven for the community's children who came for lessons and for play.
We have, run the project, to support the operation of the helpline services 24/7 to enable children and young people across Cambodia to call the helpline when they feel unsafe. We have answered over 40,000 calls from children and young people across Cambodia. And another result that we can see from the project implementation is we have received report of child trafficking from rural provinces like Ratanakiri province. And we were able to assist and connect the child to their family. It means reunite or reintegrate the child back to their community and their family.
First, I must appreciate the kind of support that I've received throughout this Resilience Fellowship. The media is more interested in sensational kind of journalism, but I must say the kind of support I've been given through this project, I've been able to do, to delve into serious reporting, to research and also look at issues that have not been brought out in the media.
We have developed a program where we offer people after prison search for work. They get training for writing CVs and interview with the employer. Also, they get our direct assistance in searching for work. We're with them when they call to schedule a meeting. We're with them when they go to meeting and after the meeting, and we're especially maintaining contact with them in the first few weeks of work for the psychological support.
Hola, mi nombre es José Manuel Copete, hago parte de Abriendo Caminos y pues desde que he estado en el proyecto me ha servido mucho, he socializado con mucha gente, antes no lo hacía, era como muy nervioso, mantenía más solo con un compañero. Y pues me he ido soltando poco a poco y todo eso lo he ido cambiando, y también manejaba un temperamento muy alto, de nada explotaba o muy agresivo, y todo eso lo he ido mejorando y me he vuelto más pasivo y dialogo más y pues interactúo ya más con la población y todo.
While I'm working with the Resilient Fund, I can facilitate them with capacity building programs and then workshop, education session, information, the rights on culture and freedom of expression, for instance. And then they can also share the information that I've shared before to their peer, to the other local community, to other indigenous peoples here in Rio Province.
En el proyecto Abriendo Caminos hemos logrado ayudar a un chico que anteriormente estaba en prácticas ilegales, estaba en el tema de la venta y consumo de estupefacientes, y ahora pues ese chico lo ayudamos para que lograra entrar a estudiar y también ayudarle a cumplir su sueño como futbolista. Con el proyecto hemos ido buscando oportunidades para que este chico siga trabajando y siga mejorando su vida.
We cannot respond to organized crime without the people most affected by it, the people resisting and responding to survive. They are our first responders.